Hey guys, Tom by 601, and today we're going to be talking about getting Krakens because, well, I've heard the calls, I've heard the pleas of how advice to get the Kraken. Of course, like I said when we were talking about the Agile video the other day, is going to be the hardest part of this campaign is to get Krakens, and let me tell you, the tryhards are out, the seal clubbers are here, and if you're in the lower levels, I apologize because it's going to be ugly for these next couple of days because people will desperately want to be getting their Kraken. Up on screen is going to be my Kraken. I went ahead and earned it in the Kamikaze. It's kind of my go-to if I really need a Kraken, just because of how kind of broken it can be. I'll go ahead and throw up the build, double concealment build. So 4.7 kilometer concealment, just over 30-second reload on the torps. It's absolutely disgusting. But if you don't have the Kamikaze, what ship should you use? What's my advice on getting a Kraken? Well, this video kind of got inspired. I got messages on Instagram, which I haven't done that before, but someone sent me a message asking me for advice, and I was like, oh, that's actually a good thing. So let me go ahead and make the video. Also, if you're not following me over on Instagram, there's a link down in the comments below. Go ahead and, or down in the description. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Anyways, let's talk through some Kraken nonsense. One, right now it's going to be exceptionally hard to earn a Kraken, especially in the early days of this campaign. I think the easiest time to get it is either going to be this weekend when one of two things are occurring. One, all of the tryhards, like the very, very tryhards, will be in arena. They won't be in regular matchmaking, and there'll be a lot more regular players playing. But that could also kind of tip the scale towards the people who are everyone just going all out trying to get a Kraken like this right here. Mutsuki, clearly going to be my kill. The stupid G101 decides to go in and steal the kill. But hey, he's probably out there trying to get his Kraken. He's in the G101. That's one of those ships that you see all the time out there trying to get those kills. He's deciding, though, that it's a smart idea to charge into 4 battleships, and we'll see how that ends up for him. But as far as timing goes, I think either A, this weekend will work, or B, the tail end of this campaign, when a lot more people have gotten their Krakens, it may be more beneficial to try to get your Kraken then. There's the G101, he died. Anyways, that's what he gets for stealing that kill. That's what kill stealers get right there. Look at his corpse. Okay. Anyways, that's going to be my big guess is going to be the timing. As far as the ship to use, I think, one, the ship you are most comfortable with is going to be the best ship for you to use. If you're not used to playing certain ships and you try to go earn Krakens in them just because a bunch of content creators said, oh, well, these are the ships that you earn Krakens in, and you're not used to playing it, like if you absolutely despise the torpedo boat, guess what? Kamikaze not going to be your Kraken printer, right? It's not going to be the one that gets you that Kraken you need. So, first and foremost, use a ship that you know really well. If you don't know any ships really well, or if you're kind of looking for advice, I'd say Tier 7, Ochakov is going to be your thing. Tier 6, like Z35, Indianapolis, maybe Nelson if you're getting a lucky game. Tier 5 is a kind of a mixed bag. I feel like Exeter is going to be good. California is going to be pretty decent at that tier. Tier 4, Kamikaze, I think, is the go-to, though I think you can absolutely do work in ships like the Oklahoma. Tier 3, I'm going to say Nassau is going to be the one that you kind of may want to tier towards, and I know a lot of those are premium ships. As far as tech tree ships go, I think Cleveland up in tier 7, maybe Leander if you get in a good game, the correct game for it. Those are kind of the ones that I would sort of lean towards, but it's going to be the ships that you know well, that you love to use. That's going to be the ones that you're going to want to get the Kraken in. But there is a sense of luck into the Kraken. Now, one thing you have to remember when trying to get a Kraken is you are trying to eliminate over half of the enemy team. So you need to play smart and position correctly. For us here, well, we can see that the majority of their ships are right out here in this open water. It's going to be our best shot, especially because, well, they're all battleships and we kind of counter them, though they know we are around and therefore are going to continue to evade us, or at least attempt to evade us, because they know a destroyer is in their midst and they do not want to be sunk. Positioning is key. Looking at the minimap and planning out your game, right? We saw earlier, we went to the center, we saw where the ships were going, we noticed the majority of the ships are coming out to this flank, so that's where we pushed. If we had the Minkaze kill, we would be up to 2, and then these 3 ships would be what we need to kill to finish off to get our Kraken. Unfortunately, that one, the Minkaze kill slipped away from us to get the because of our teammates. Now, you may get desperate like this and try to sink battleships with your guns. Good luck. Sometimes it works in your advantage. Sometimes it doesn't. I know I definitely got killed multiple times because I was being a bit bold like that, if you may. But that's the sort of thing you need to keep in mind, is that positioning, right? It's very important. The other thing I would say is relax, take a breath, play a little bit more reserved than you usually do. If you are going balls to the wall, all out the entire time, you are going to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, you're going to take hits that you don't need to take hits. And if you don't have heals, or if you're in a battleship and you can't will to rebuild yourself, you are setting yourself up just to be in early elimination. You need to kind of plan out and measure your risk. For me, in a destroyer, that is making sure that I understand where the other destroyers are, understanding where they are going to come from, and trying to anticipate that and sort of support my teammates to either eliminate the destroyers or try to get the destroyer kills myself. It's also just being aware. Like, look right here. We spotted this kamikaze. He decides to smoke up. We can see he's not moving, right? That smoke cloud has not moved. We see him. We're going to go ahead, launch 1 torp directly on the indicator, and we're going to do 1 wide in case he decides to move. But we can see he is looking away. His teammate is focusing on something else. We are now down to 1,400 hit points, but that kamikaze is eliminated. I need to realize that I'm on fire. I finally go ahead and realize that, and we rack up another kill right there. And unfortunately for that kamikaze, he could have sunk us easily, right? He could have absolutely sunk us very easily. But he was not paying attention to his map, right? He was a target locked, barrel died, cone vision. He was not taking in his surroundings. He kind of just, oh, there is a battleship very close. I will get the battleship kill because it is what I must do. And that's fine when you have 1 kill left on your Kraken. But if you are trying to knock up the kills, you need to be paying attention to your minimap. You need to be playing conservatively and knowing when to push. New York right here. I think we get a couple of hits on him right here. 1 hit, 2 hits, yes. 3 hits. We get the high caliber there, thankfully. The other thing I just want to say is try to be good to people, right? Like, a lot of us are on the Kraken struggle bus, right? Keep an eye on your team, keep an eye on the kills on your team. If you see someone who's got 4 kills and they're like, hey, get back, maybe just be a good person and let them get back. I know multiple times yesterday I had 4 kills and I was within striking distance, but then someone else was able to just get that last bit of damage on someone, and I was like, okay, well, we'll get it. We'll get it in the future, but it is kind of disheartening when that happens. You're like, okay, I'm just trying. I'm just a little bit. Just try to be good to your fellow commanders and hopefully the karmic gods will pay attention to you, and do beware of that. Or if you want to have essentially very good karma, notice how many kills are on the enemy team. I'm not saying to throw your matches, but if someone has 4 kills on the enemy team and they're in a destroyer that's charging you, maybe if you're in a battleship, just don't fire at them. Just accept your fate, because you know what that person is going through, and you're like, you know what? It's time. I did that today. I did that this very morning. I was like, oh, that other kamikaze has 4 kills. I will turn into his torps. I understand what he's going for. I am nowhere close to the I am nowhere close to getting the Kraken in this game. You, sir, I will end your suffering. Let us give you a Kraken. And that's just something I want to say, because you need, you like, be compassionate. Be compassionate. Anyways, we're up to 4 right here, and we're gonna go head into B, because while the kamikaze is great, we do still need someone to kind of come towards us in order to get them in range. So we're going to advertise our position right here as to, hey, guess what? Free meal right here. We know, I'm a kamikaze. If you're paying attention, you know I have very low health. You might not know that, but the last ship is right here. Ring the dinner bell. Come and get it. Also, this will extend out our points, or at least keep us even. Not that it's going to do much, as we have very clearly, I would have to sink the other 3 ships in the match. And spoiler alert, I will not be going for that. I am here to get my Kraken and end the game before something else occurs and I lose my Kraken. So we're gonna go ahead, capture. We saw where the Congo was sort of turning in, so we have a pretty good guess on what he's going to do. He's gonna come towards B. He smells the juicy kamikaze steak. We're gonna go ahead, let down those torpedoes, because generally people will cut the corners as close as they can. So we're gonna leave some torps for him right there. We see Phoenix has also smelt the bait. He's gonna turn in, and we can see he didn't take the corner as closely as possible, but he's gonna line up off on to the far side of that gap. But once again, we weren't really aiming for him. We figure the easier target is going to be this Congo, and we see we were kind of correct. Thankfully, we get 1 hit. It does cause flooding, which means what we need to do, we can see he stopped the flooding there, so we just need to get 1 more hit on the Congo. If we can do that in this next salvo, he will have a perma flood, and he will absolutely be going down when we when that occurs. We go ahead and fire two torpedoes on the indicator, and then a wide salvo. The wide salvo is something I like to do just because it kind of covers your basis as far as the maximum amount of movement that they could be occurring. We're going to go ahead and start sailing away, trying to kind of start to line up another run if we need to. We get 1 hit, we get 2 hits, and that will be enough. We got a flood, and that's all we needed to do. We just need to wait. It is a game of patience now, and there it is. Kraken unleashed. Cool. We're going to go ahead, turn in, offer ourselves up to the Phoenix, because there's a minute and a half left. We ain't sinking the Phoenix and that Oklahoma in the next minute and a half. We check. Yeah, he's sailing away. We're going to go ahead, probably just open up with the main guns, let him sink us, and that will be our game. But that is my Kraken. Those are my tips for getting a Kraken. If you guys have other tips for getting a Kraken, make sure to leave those down below. Maybe some people have better tips than me. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.